Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. It is almost Team of the Year time, which is very, very exciting. I'm starting to feel better also, which is really good. Probably need another day or two, but that's very good news. I've been resting a lot. I also had a lot of time to think about some content planning, so we do have some crazy content coming after Team of the Year. I want to thank all you guys for watching all the videos, tweets, streams, all that stuff. I'm very grateful for you guys. Don't forget that. We do have Team of the Year coming tomorrow, and I figured this would be a cool video. I really feel like at any point to watch during Team of the Year. We're going to be going over today some of my favorite SBCs that came out during Team of the Year. Some of you guys that watch me probably started playing FIFA in the last year or two, or just generally started watching. But yeah, if you're watching this video, you don't really get some of this. Basically, SBC started FIFA 17. Most people who freaking play FIFA know what an SBC is, okay? But to the generalized audience, it's just a way for EA to release cards in the untradeable format where you can grind high-rated squads and then obviously get the cards. Most people at this point know what SBCs are. But yeah, when it first came out, it was pretty lit. So we're going to be starting from FIFA 18, not FIFA 17. FIFA 18 was really the first year I really started to like some of the SBCs they dropped. If you enjoy it, drop a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below, guys. What's your favorite, SBC that came out during Team of the Year at any point? It doesn't have to be a specific Team of the Year card. It could be like an SBC that was released during Team of the Year that you really enjoyed. And yeah, let me know. And again, let's get right into the video. So first of all, we're looking at FIFA 18. Shout out to Flippin'. We've got the expired SBCs. They keep like the whole database of whatever has been released all time on FIFA, which is really nice because you just can kind of find everything. So for me, I want to talk about FIFA 18 because during FIFA 18 Team of the Year, EA released Lothar Matthäus' Prime Icon card, which is pretty crazy, 1.5 mil. You could also do the loan, and believe it or not, Ronaldinho Prime. They released Ronaldinho Prime and Lothar Matthäus' Prime. Like, that's just crazy. You don't see that nowadays in FIFA. EA and FIFA 18 was really dropping icons like every 2 to 3 weeks. Now, we did have to wait sometimes for these Prime Icon. It was called Throwback Thursday. Sometimes they were really delayed, but sometimes EA really delivered. And this Thursday, they dropped Van Basten. They dropped Yashin with the hat, the Prime, who's very good in FIFA nowadays. And then they dropped Matthäus and Dino, which is just crazy. What I love as well is they obviously gave loans for everybody. And the one thing I will say that is very interesting, I think a lot of you guys will be surprised about, if you look at back in the day, right, what EA used to do for the high-rated squads, check this out, because a lot of people who play FIFA now would never be able to imagine this. Obviously, the high-rated squads, very expensive, right? But look at the packs that you get for an 86-rated squad. You get a 50K pack. On 87, you get a 55. An 88, you get an 100K. And an 89, you get an 100K. So there was a lot of icon SBCs to choose from in FIFA 18, but the packs were just way better as well. So we've got a lot of SBCs we're going to look at today. Next up, in FIFA 19, EA dropped Prime Best. Now, he was very expensive, 1.6 mil, but Best was very good in FIFA 19, and this was the year of inflation as well. What I really enjoyed was that a lot of the loans that EA was dropping previously, and this is why I pointed out, it's not that the price was that good. What I really enjoyed was that Best came out also as a 20-match loan. Yes, it was 50K, but you could craft towards it. 20 matches is a lot, right? That's almost like, at the time, Weekend League was 30 games. Right now, that'd be a full Weekend League, so I thought that part of it was really interesting. Obviously, you can see below Best, we've got the league upgrades, all that stuff. Let's keep it moving. FIFA 19 also, guys, this was the year of inflation. This year, I had made like 200 million coins. I was liquid at 115 mil at one point. So, yes, Bale at 1.6 is crazy. And yes, he's only 4'3", but you guys got to understand, FIFA 19 was that heading, back post meta, that first-time shot meta, long shot meta, and Bale was really good for that. He had a 3-star week foot, but his foot birthday was previously really good when he came out, or after it was really good. So this card was really solid. You saw a lot of people with this card. He was very expensive, but many people did craft it. It's funny because nowadays, if a card was released at 1.6 mil, 69 balance with 3-star weak foot, everybody would be like, what the hell? But this card was very solid for the meta. And yeah, I feel like everyone's always going to remember this Bale card. I also like the design a lot here. So yeah, that was Best. Okay, also in FIFA 19, we had a Player of the Month VVD that got released during Team of the Year. There's a couple of these when I was doing some research for this video that I kind of forgot that we got some of these cards at certain points during these promos. So Virgil van Dijk had a Player of the Month card. There's something about the older Player of the Month cards that I like more than the newer ones. I don't really know what it is. I feel like they just had more of like a nice aesthetic feel. I don't really know what it is. I don't really love the Player of the Month cards nowadays. I just feel like the design looks great. I like how they hold up the trophy now. feel like we don't see that as much. I don't really know. Could be wrong. But yeah, VVD obviously was very, very solid in FIFA 19. Look how many special cards he had, by the way. And this was also when we had these crazy upgrades. Look at his upgrade. He got a +3 upgrade. So yeah, VVD had a player of the month. You could craft it. Again, 600K. But for FIFA 19, is it really that expensive? Not really. All right. So flashback Ibrahimovic, guys. This is arguably the greatest Team of the Year SBC of all time, right? Nowadays on FIFA, you go onto the market and Ibra is 2.7 mil. Ibra has crazy demand, crazy hype. Obviously, Winter Wildcards last year showed that too. His card was just crazy expensive on the market. But look at this, 220K in the year of inflation. Now, the reason he was cheaper as well was because he was playing in the MLS. That was another factor. 5-star skills and a 4-star weak foot, 94 finishing. Now, he did have 44 balance, but he was insane. He had 99 strength, 99 heading accuracy, 98 shot power. He was just absolutely out of this world. He also had 99 composure. So when you got open with him, he just didn't miss the net. Again, this was the meta where back post crossing, first time shots. These were all things in FIFA 19. So Zlatan really had a lot in this card. And to this day, the community still talks about this card. This is arguably one of the greatest SBCs of all time. Can't forget Zlatan in our best Team of the Year SBCs video. All right, so there he is. All right, next up, Bernardo Silva. We're going to FIFA 20 now. We're moving up a little bit. All right, this card was severely underrated. I had this card. I really, really, really enjoyed this card. Player moments, Bernardo Silva. He had very good acceleration. This was in the drag back meta. Now, he was only 3-star weak foot, but this is when Bernardo Silva started to kind of in FIFA get that like Messi feel, right? He's got that 98 agility, that 96 balance, 96 ball control. This was a really, really popular card. FIFA 20 was also the year where I feel like work rates were just so peak. It was so important to have really, really solid work rates. And he had high, which I personally felt like made his card really good. He also had 99 stamina, which was really nice. And 437K. He went up a lot because I remember when I first completed the SBC, he was like 330. So that makes sense to me. And then obviously fodder went up a lot. So basically what's going to happen during this Team of the Year as well, we're going to do a preparing for Team of the Year video. We'll talk about it in streams. But there's going to be a lot of SBCs that get released. Yes, there's a lot of supply on the market, but early on, a lot of time fodder isn't really valued. Then EA starts dropping player SBC after player SBC, base icon, mid icon, all this stuff. And so basically what it ends up doing is just really inflates the price of fodder on the market. So watch out for that. All right, flashback Marcelo. Now look, this was one of the most downvoted cards in FIFA 20, but I did this card and I really enjoyed him. And because this is my favorite, I'm going to point him out. A lot of people didn't like this card because EA kind of underperformed his stat boost. Like, they definitely could have made him faster. They could have made his defending a little bit better. But here's why I really liked him, right? He was solid at fullback. His links were really good. And I also liked moving him to center mid. He had 91 dribbling. And, you know, this is before Marcelo got his shapeshifters. All of these promo cards that he got over the years. He's had 2 shapeshifters cards. He actually had a shapeshifters in this year, which is one of the best cards of his, entire FUT career. But I just like this card. I mean, I know it was very unpopular, but I did really enjoy this flashback Marcelo. He was only like 300 when he first got released, so that price is a little inflated. All the prices that you see on the SBC tab are just inflated towards basically what fodder was getting to. But I really, really, really enjoyed this flashback Marcelo, so I want to point him out. For me, got a lot of use in my club, and I really liked him. All right, Hazard is another one. Hazard was available for the entire year. Now, what's crazy about this is if you look at when fodder used to be a lot more volatile than it is now. EA really kind of mastered the market with supply and all that stuff, so it's not as like crazy with the fluctuations, but it's just insane to see 4-star Hazard. Now, this card was solid. He wasn't that good, but he was really, really solid. A fraud at times. I liked him a lot in my club. It's just funny to see that your price could fluctuate between 1.1, right, and like 2.3. So it's just crazy. He did require a lot. But what was really nice is that he was released during Team of the Year. This was kind of when we started getting these player moments cards, and you could complete him for the entire year. So I thought there was definitely some cool value with that. I really enjoyed that. And, yeah, can never go wrong with a Hazard card. Also, this was the year that he peaked in FIFA rating. I think he had another year or two at Chelsea where he might have been 91. But this one he was on the cover of FIFA 20. And after that, it just went all downhill. It's crazy. The whole hype with him going to Madrid. Everybody stoked to see what he does. And yeah, it just didn't really pan out. It just didn't really pan out. This FUT birthday Hazard, by the way, was phenomenal. So yeah, Hazard. All right, FIFA 20 as well. We've got flashback David Luiz. Now, David Luiz always gets OP FIFA cards, right? He also had an SBC in the summer with Summer Heat David Luiz, right? It was basically just this card, but boosted even more. This was a very good card. FIFA 20 and FIFA 19 was when I was really sweating FIFA. Elite 1, top 100 most weekends. Really, really sweating, grinding out the game. I used to see David Luiz in almost everybody's team. He was very, very meta. A lot of the top tier players used him. 600k, but very solid. Hair trait as well. And obviously 90 defending with 83 pace. Back in the day, FIFA 20, I'd say FIFA 20 and lower. If you had a center back with more than 82 pace, that was really crazy. Nowadays, we have a lot of these rinsed promo cards that all have like 86, 87, 88 pace. So I do feel like it makes the center back position a little bit less valuable when you find someone with like 83 pace back in the day. So I'm going to stop saying back in the day, but I'm just trying to get a point across. All right, Flashback Neuer. I love this card. The reason I also really love this card in FIFA 20 was we had an amazing Flashback Boateng card. Flashback Boateng was one of the best center backs. For me, I thought he was the best center back for a while in the game. He was so good. He was so strong, solid on the ball. And this is before we had this whole chem system redone. So you got that hyperlink with Boateng and Neuer. So for me, loved Neuer, and he came out so cheap. He was like 95k at some point. 105k, I had some fodder. 4-star weak foot, Flashback Neuer. Who wouldn't want that during Team of the Year? All right, moving to FIFA 21. This is interesting because this card has 20,000 upvotes and 17,000 downvotes. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Now, Flashback Ronaldo first came out at 270. He rose to 360 over time. 3-star weak foot, 5-star skills, decent pace, not the best finishing, 90 agility, 79 balance. It was like the first time we really got this concept, so I just wanted to point this out because I know a lot of people did the card. And yeah, this is like the first time we really got these crazy, like baby flashback cards. We never really had that in FIFA before this Ronaldo came out. So I wanted to point it out because I think it was unique and pretty cool for like the time being, right? We never really saw something like this, so yeah, I think it's cool. Flashback Ronaldo, FIFA 21. All right, also FIFA 21, we had End of an Era or Premium SBC Rooney. I thought this was really cool. This was a card also that was great. I remember trying him out, scoring long shots from like 40 yards. So he gave you that kind of like OG FIFA feel. If anybody remembers, for me, one of my all-time favorite cards is Rooney's Team of the Year from FIFA 12. And I felt like it was pretty similar to that. This is not Rooney's Team of the Year from FIFA 12. Sorry. Do they have it on here? Do they have FIFA 12 Rooney on here? They actually don't. I don't know why. But yeah, FIFA 12 Rooney, guys, had 99 shooting. 99 shooting. He was like one of the first players. I think Ronaldo and Messi towards the end of the year got 99 shooting, but he was like one of the only players during Team of the Year that had the 99 shooting, or at the time. All right, Flashback Ribery. This is highly controversial. I'm choosing a couple cards here that are highly controversial, but for me, a lot of the time what happens during Team of the Year, EA release overpriced SBCs because they know people are grinding packs, grinding fodder. I think this year with the login, they're going to add cups. There's going to be a lot of ways to get fodder. So I think EA always overpriced these SBCs because they know that people have that. Now, Ribery came out at 800. That's why this 1.5 looks crazy. Again, FIFA 21, not every player was 5-star, 5-star. So he was 5-star, 5-star. It was a huge deal. Great dribbling. He'd just come off FIFA 20 where his summer heat was OP. So a lot of people liked him. Obviously, he spiked in price at the end. But he was about a mil. When I did it, he was 800 for sure. Because I didn't do it when it was over a mil. And I remember I was like, oh, I got lucky that I did this card because he rose so much with fodder. So yeah, Flashback Ribery, I wanted to point him out. I did really like him. I used him for a lot of the year, probably until Team of the Season. FIFA 22, this was a card that I didn't do, and I really, when the SBC ended, I regretted it so badly. There were so many times last year that I could have used Player Moments Dest, and I didn't, and it drove me crazy. 8,000 upvotes, 500 downvotes. He was just so good for links and chemistry. He had 4-4, and he was one of the only fullbacks with high stamina, 4-4, and 95 agility with 97 acceleration. So he was a really solid card, and I really fumbled. I messed up not doing this card. It was a big mistake. So yeah, Player Moments Dest from last year. All right, Paqueta. This might be one of the most overpowered cards in FIFA history. Lucas Paqueta, guys, was so overpowered. This was the card last year, right? Everybody was using Fofana until this card came out. Some people were using both once this card came out, but man, Paqueta was different. This guy could do everything. 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, but he was just so well-rounded. He had the most passion in the game. What an SBC. Actually came out during Team of the Year or was available during Team of the Year. So for me, this card in Ibra might be at the top of the, of the list here with how great they were, and the additions that they allowed for people to have just overpowered great players in their teams. Paqueta for me was that guy. And then you probably have the top SBC ever. Admittedly, guys, I completed Flashback Kane and didn't do Varane. I'm probably one of the only people that didn't do Varane. Guys, flashback Varane last year was so ahead of the curve when he got released. He was good until the end of the year. There was still people using flashback Varane in August. That's how overpowered he was. He was one of those cards. Like for me right now, a good example of one of those cards is probably Jairzinho. Jairzinho is going to be the same thing really as Varane. Just a little bit different, but I think they're both going to get, well, Varane had like 6 to 7 months of life in the game. I think Jairzinho is going to be the same thing. He's just so ahead of his time right now in the game. So this card was absolutely sensational. I can't believe I didn't do this SBC. It's one of my largest mess ups of all time. He was really expensive, and I think I had some sort of like thing where I didn't want to be a rat because this is when Varane's gold card was also still the GOAT. So I was so tired of playing Varane's gold card. But I think Varane is going to get the crown for the best team of the year SBC of all time. I really do. Now, something I want to point out as well that was really cool just while we end the video. During this, promo, we had a year-in review player pick. We haven't had one of these in a while, so hopefully EA can release these. I thought this was really cool. Obviously, Team of the Year is in January. Earn one of 3 players that released their SBCs during all previous campaigns in FIFA 22 up until the 31st of December. Now, it's 87K, 1 of 3. It's a bit of a scam. Here's what I'm proposing to EA if they're watching this video. You guys should put icons in here. Even if it's like very low weight, just put icons in here. Even if it's like 0.0000, just let people have a chance because I feel like that is just crazy. If they end up doing that, mad. All right, guys, I believe that is all the things I've prepared for the video. I love you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a video soon. Peace.